Hey everyone, Cal here with another Tiny Tina's Wonderland video, and we're going to be looking at a leveling build for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. So the build we're looking at today is for leveling up the Spellshot class. Now this one's actually pretty cool, it's got a lot of spells and they're pretty strong. Now when you get to your skills, you're going to have to pick an ability at first. Now straight up from the start of the game, you'll only have access to Polymorph, but at level 7 you unlock Ambidextrous. Now this is the actual ability you want to pick, so you definitely want to pick that first. So once you have Ambidextrous selected at level 7, you want to start also thinking about skill points. So at first you want to dump 5 points into Spell Sniper. What this does, it gives you 60% spell critical hit chance, which just increases the chance of crits happening. But because of how many spells you be flinging out there, that's just amazing. Honestly, it's kind of broken. Then next, we want to put 3 points into Magic Bullets. Now this one's actually pretty good as well, because it increases your gun damage from a portion of your spell damage. So whatever your spell damage is, it increases your gun damage by 45% of your spell damage when you have all 3 points put in there. Then we can move on to the next ability next to it. I can't do the name, I've tried a million times for this script, it just doesn't work. But anyway, go to the top skill there, and then we want to put 5 points into this skill as well. It increases our reload speed by 40%, which is just great because obviously, you know, Borderlands is all about guns. And then we're going to drop down to the next tier, which is actually kind of interesting because we're going to drop down again instead of going to Mage Armor and whatever, and we're going to put a skill point into Glass Cannon. Now what Glass Cannon does, it's pretty weird, but essentially your shield or your ward in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands no longer refills by itself. But because of this, you increase spell damage by 30%. So obviously you're a bit of a glass cannon, hence why it's called glass cannon, but you do increase spell damage, which is also going to be perfect for the next point, which we now go back up and we select Mage Armor. So whenever the Fate Maker gains a stack of spell weaving, a portion of their ward is restored. And that's 10% every time you get a stack. And now you're building up stacks constantly every time you cast a spell and reload. So it's actually pretty cool. You get stacks all the time in this class, and essentially you're working around the spell weaving stacks that are just completely broken. Then after Mage Armor, we're going to go to just warming up. Now this is where you get increased fire rate for every stack of spell weaving. We want to put 5 points into this, and essentially you can see that it's 4% per stack, and obviously because you get loads of stacks, that can be a pretty big bonus. Now the same again with Font of Mana on the side here as well. We're going to put all 5 points into that. That gives us a 20% spell cooldown rate and a 15% action skill cooldown, so we can keep using both spells because of those low cooldowns. And then we're going to put another point into High Thread Count just underneath Glass Cannon, and what this does is it increases our max spell weaving stacks so we can get more buffs as we keep using spells and reloading. Alright, and then moving on to the next point, we have 1 slot 1 kill. So the Fate Maker gains increased gun damage per stack of spell weaving. This is 4% per stack when you actually pick up the perk. Now, you can actually go for the capstone if you want to. The capstone is Sever the Thread. This is where gun critical hits have a chance to instantly reset all spell cooldowns. It's a 15% chance and has a cooldown of 5 seconds. So what this means is every 5 seconds you have a 15% chance when you get a headshot or a critical hit that it will instantly reset all spell cooldowns, which because you're using Ambidextrous, you're using 2 spells all at once anyway, so the cooldowns there are just going to be ridiculous. You can just keep spamming spells left, right and center. Now if you go for Sever the Thread in the capstone, that leaves you with 16 points left for your secondary class if you're actually going into multiclassing. If you don't pick up the Sever the Thread capstone, then you're going to have 17 points. So it's up to you guys, and the Spellshot works wonderfully with some other classes, but I'm going to leave that one up to you guys to decide. Hopefully you now have an understanding on how to build the Spellshot from level 1, and as usual, our goal here is to give you the best guides that are quick, and that you jump straight back into the game. So if you like that, then hit the like button and subscribe for more Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Remember, my name is Cal, and here's a big thank you from everyone at Realm Space Gaming for watching our videos, and don't forget to enjoy the rest of your day.